1. Set free from self-consciousness. A few years ago, selfie sticks hit the market. They were the it Christmas gift that year for the under 30 set, and many over 30 as well. In fact, the selfie stick was listed in Time magazine's 25 Best Inventions of 2014. Nothing better captures the spirit of our era than this extendable metal rod that enables people to position a camera for the taking of endless self-portraits. Some have dubbed it the Wand of Narcissus, and for good reason. Selfies fuel the engine of social media. Many of us change our profile pictures weekly or even daily. Some of these are candid, in-the-moment fun shots, but many are the result of countless takes and retakes, angling for that perfect one that sets us off to best advantage. The age of the selfie, and the fact that selfies are even a thing, allows us to influence how others answer the question we are always asking ourselves. What do people think of me? By means of our clothes, our weight, our gym routine, the interior of our home, the behavior of our children, and even how we birth our children, we are so easily driven by a craving for an acceptable answer to that question. But in Christ, we are called to ask a different question. What do people think of Christ? When we are driven by a concern for how people perceive Him, we can live free from the bondage of what people think of us. One of the most amazing aspects of being united to Christ by faith is that He actually becomes our very identity. But not until we grasp this truth can we enjoy the freedom of self-forgetfulness. Dig. Freedom is the best gift a democracy offers its citizens. Those of us who have lived our whole lives under a democratic system tend to take freedom for granted. We aren't typically filled with wonder that we are free to choose a career path, whom to marry, the size of our family, and where and whom to worship. But these freedoms we enjoy were hard-won, handed down to us through risk and bloodshed and wars. Our national history, however, is merely a short-lived shadow of the eternal freedom Jesus won for us when He shed His blood on the cross to free us from sin and God's wrath. When Jesus rose from the dead and ascended back to heaven, He actually took us with Him. But God, being rich in mercy, because of the great love with which He loved us, even when we were dead in our trespasses, made us alive together with Christ. By grace you have been saved, and raised us up with Him and seated us with Him in the heavenly places in Christ Jesus. Ephesians chapter 2, verses 4 through 6. Our life is now there, in the heavenly places with Christ. This isn't just some spiritual concept to ponder. It's a reality with enormous practical implications. For our purposes here, it indicates that Jesus won for us freedom from ourselves. We can take our society's freedoms for granted and still enjoy those benefits, but not so much our spiritual freedom. If we take for granted Christ's work for us, or if we don't understand all He has done, we live and think like prisoners rather than free women. I think, for example, of Sophia. Each weekday she arises at 6 o'clock and spends 15 minutes sipping coffee and doing her daily Bible reading. Afterward, she turns her attention to the day ahead, and she thinks about what to wear as she finishes her coffee. Thoughts of God and the Bible passage she's just read fade from her mind as she stares at the clothes rack. Sophia is focused on the image she wants to project and how her clothing choice will be viewed by the people she'll encounter in the hours ahead. Once dressed, accessorized, and made up, she heads downstairs for breakfast, and while she scrambles eggs for the family, she ponders whether she can afford the calories if she partakes. There's that dress she's got to fit into for the reunion next month, so maybe she'll just skip the toast. And on it goes throughout the day, right up through bedtime.